Yeah, I don't know if anything really feels different. I don't think we're, panicking in here by any means, but at the same time, we feel we can play a little bit better. We've been really good on home ice, which has been a plus for us. Obviously, it's great playing here at the United Center, but we can probably pick up our road game a little bit and start picking up some points on the road too. So I think that might be the biggest concern right now, how we're playing on the road, and I guess we'll get a good test of that coming up with the 2-week trip.
How do you explain the disparity between home and road? Like, what accounts for that?
I don't know. I don't know if we have some newer guys on our team that they get really excited to play here at home, and obviously it's never easy to play on the road. But I feel ever since I've been here, the Hawks have been a pretty good road team. So like I said, we'll have a good test coming up with that 2-week trip.
You guys always have a target on your back. The fact that the next two opponents are teams that you had a rough game in Jersey and the St. Louis situation last week, is it nice to have that edge to take you into a regular season game that you don't normally have?
Yep. I think we were definitely not prepared to play in New Jersey. You look at their roster and you might say, okay, there's probably some better teams in the NHL that might have a better roster, but there's not too many teams that work as hard as they do. And you know how important work ethic is in the NHL. Talent can only take you so far. So it'd be nice to get them here in our building, hopefully get some revenge on them, especially the way we played in Jersey last time. We feel we can play way better and hopefully match their work ethic and let our talent take over.
We saw Duncan Keith out there skating today. He looks itching to come back. It's going to take a little while longer. I know you guys miss him and want him back soon.
Yeah, he looked great the other day in pregame skate with us. It looks like he hasn't missed a beat. I'm sure we all know how physically fit he is and ready to play. So I'm sure he'll be ready to go when he comes back. But at the same time, it's early in the season. You don't want to rush something like that and make it any worse. You want to make sure you're completely healed 100%, and when he's ready to come back, we'll welcome him back with open arms.
What do you guys have to do differently against the Devils, against New Jersey tonight that you didn't do on Saturday, on Friday?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think I mentioned how hard they work. I think if we can match or outwork them, then hopefully we can take over the game. But they're one of those teams that probably got off to a slow start, and I think in their last 10 games or so, they're 8-2. So they've been hot as of late, and it seems like they got some confidence too. So hopefully we can get off to a good start and then take it from there.
Anisimov said he can only think of one or maybe two other times in his career where he's had instant chemistry on the ice with line mates. He said it was during the lockout. Your thoughts on instant chemistry and maybe how many times you've experienced what you have right now with Panarin and Anisimov?
Yeah, I think when you put good players together that want to do well and are focused on playing the right way and playing well, then good things are going to happen. And it's going to take some time. I don't know if we had instant chemistry. I think it was something that maybe took a little while to develop as far as training camp and preseason, and then once Panarin came up with us, it seems like the line clicked. So, and now you've seen with whether it's like first-year players or whatever, going into their second year in the league, teams know about them. Teams are ready for them. So I think maybe we caught some teams off guard, especially with Panarin. I don't know if teams knew how good he was, and then the way we're playing right now, we're going to draw a lot of attention from a lot of teams, whether it's matchups or focus on certain players. So got to be aware of that. But at the same time, I think if we just worry about playing the way we want, keep getting pucks back. That's one thing I try to stress with them is if we get pucks back and have the puck a lot, good things are going to happen because we feel we can all make plays with the puck. So that's the main thing.
Is there a part of Panarin's game that impresses you most?
Yeah, I'd say it probably is just his shiftiness on his edges, the way he can spin back off checks, and how agile he is moving in and out of defenders is right at the top of the list as far as I've seen. So that's probably the one thing, but we always want him to get the pass a little more to 88, and then hopefully we can get that installed in his head.
Joel split you guys up a little bit, Patrick. I know you guys were obviously reunited in that Edmonton game, and it all worked out well. would you prefer to stay with those two guys and keep it going the way it is, or do you kind of see the need to spread out some of this stuff throughout the lines?
Well, I think when Host went down there, they moved Panarin up there with Taser, and I thought we had some pretty good games with Tabo. But right now, I think it's especially with Haas back in the lineup. You know, the chemistry Taser and Haas have, so it'd be nice to stay with those guys. But you know, at the same time, you're gonna listen to Q whenever he tells you to go on the ice or whoever it's with. So, but we've had fun playing with each other for sure.
Patrick, last couple weeks ago, Mike Babcock's kind of proposed widening the nets to increase scoring in the NHL. Would you like to shoot at a wider net if that got enacted?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you go about that with as far as like the NHL doing it, and then do you keep the same size of the nets in other leagues, or do you just switch it totally? I don't know. I think it would definitely be different if they propose it. I think you know, if they want more goals, maybe. I know players shoot with a lot more velocity and acceleration than they used to, but maybe if you could take down the goalie gear a bit first and then see how that works instead of widening the nets. But it seems like they're trying to make some changes around here, so I guess we'll see what happens. But I think any offensive player would probably like to shoot on a bigger net.
Do you think increasing scoring would be good for the game? The scoring has kind of been down in like the last few years. Do you think that would be good for hockey if there were more scoring?
I mean, you would think so, right? You think for an entertainment aspect it would be good for a game, but I think the game's in a pretty good place. I mean, it seems like it's growing every year. It seems like you gather more fans, more interest, just the way the game is right now, especially the way young players are coming in, how skilled they are, how fast they are. You're seeing like a new generation as far as the way players come into the league and are able to play at such a young age. So I think that's great for entertainment value, but I don't know if I'd change too much. I think the game's in a good place, and it's generating more fans every year.